here are your 2013 1-meter finalists.
As the finalists work their way up to the 3-meter tower, we notice that Georgia has increased their lead.
Yeah, Georgia 137 points now. Southern Cal in second with 90 points. Tennessee in third with 81.5 points. Arizona fourth with 73 points. We just saw Margot Gear win the 50-yard freestyle.
Diving first, a junior at the University of Texas, a 6-time NCAA All-American, and a 2013 Big 12 1-meter champion, Marin Taylor. Diving second, a senior at the University of Tennessee, the 2013 SEC 3-meter silver medalist, Jody McGroarty. Diving third, a senior at the University of Massachusetts, a 4-time Atlantic 10 springboard champion, Michaela Butler. Diving fourth, a senior at the Texas A&M University, the 2013 SEC 1-meter silver medalist, Rebecca St. Germain. Diving fifth, a sophomore at the University of Missouri, a 2-time NCAA All-American, and the 2013 SEC 1-meter champion, Lauren Figueroa. Diving sixth, a junior at the University of Minnesota, a 4-time NCAA All-American, and a 2013 Big Ten 1- and 3-meter champion, Maggie Kiefer. Diving seventh, a junior at the University of Tennessee, 2012 and 2013 SEC platform champion, and the 2012 NCAA platform silver medalist, Tori Lamp. And diving eighth, a junior at the University of Arizona, a 2-time NCAA All-American, Samantha Pickens.
Michaela Butler, University of Massachusetts, doing an inward 1.5 pike. Strong jump back just a little bit. Good leg line going in the water, got in there nice and clean. High of 8, low of 7. Going to carry 7.5 from the judges for a total of 54 points.
Our next diver, Rebecca St. Germain from Texas A&M, doing 403B, which is inward 1.5 somersaults pike.
Again, another really nice executed inward 1.5 pike. A little bit head down on the takeoff. Put it in the water really great. Got high of 8.5, low of 7.5. She's going to carry 55.2 points in the next one.
This is Figueroa doing 105B, which is forward 2.5 somersaults pike. These guys are turning it on tonight, Kevin.
Oh, yeah, she actually attacked that hurdle in a press. Rode that dive very well. Front 2.5 somersaults, mostly done way above the board. Going to carry 7.5 from the judges, high of 8, low of 7. 58.5 points total.
Maggie Kiefer, University of Minnesota, inward 1.5 somersaults pike.
Stood that dive up very nice. Rode the board somersaulted up above. It came out over the top, lined that up really well. She's going to go 8s across the board with a high of 8.5. 57.6 points on that dive. That's a way to start this final round.
Tori Lamp, forward 2 1/2 somersaults, tuck, University of Tennessee.
Tori does a really good job with that front 2.5 tuck. She's got her chin down a little bit as she's walking out on the board, but that doesn't seem to affect her as the dive goes up really high, spins nice, comes out clean. Going to go low of 7, high of 7.5 for 52.8 points on that dive.
And your leader after prelims, Samantha Pickens, University of Arizona, doing a back 1 1/2 somersaults, 1 1/2 twist free.
Samantha's going after the win in this event. Does a very nice takeoff, beautiful twist action. Squared it out, lined that up really well. She's going to get 8s across the board that she keeps. 8.5 is her high. 60 points on that dive.
And she's your leader after round 1. Marin Taylor, University of Texas, inward 1 1/2 somersaults pike.
Miriam left the diving board just a little bit facing to the right. Still got it up nice, nice tight pike. We'll see what the judges think about the takeoff there. They did deduct a little bit. She's going to go straight 7s from the judges with 2 7.5s that will drop. 50.4 on that dive.
Jody McRory doing a reverse 1 1/2 somersault pike. Jody is from England, diving for University of Tennessee.
Really like the way she works down.
That was something.
Off to the left of the board just slightly, rode the board very well, very patient. She's going to get some great scores. 3 9s on the board, 8.5 and 3 8s for 61.
Probably the highest scoring dive of the day.
It's absolutely the highest score we've seen so far.
Michaela Butler, UMass, doing forward 2 1/2 somersaults pike.
Much better execution on that in this final round than she had in prelims. Struggled a little bit. That dive went up really well. Got into the water clean. Like those pikes. Going to keep 7.5 from the judges. 57.2 points.
7.5.
Rebecca St. Germain, forward 2 1/2 somersaults pike. Rebecca finished 31st in this event last year at NCAA's.
Not going to like the way that one finished off. It took off really nice. Got her head down a little bit. Got a little lost on the come out.
That's what I thought. Head down.
Going to have a low score of 3.5, high of 4.5, and keep 4s on that dive for 31.2.
Diver number 5, Figgy. She's a 2013 SEC champ in this event. She's doing back 1/2 somersaults. Correction, reverse 1/2 somersaults pike.
Comes into this round in second place, looking to move up.
Vicky was a runner-up in this event at the 2012 NCAA's.
Very patient on the board. Got it moving a little bit fast. Kind of got away from her on the end there. Slightly over on the entry. She's going to come away with 7.5 from the judges with one low score of a 7 for 54 points.
7.5.
Very strong diver. Rides the board very well.
Maggie Kiefer, she's a 2013 Big Ten champ in this event, doing forward 2 1/2 somersaults pike. She also finished 5th in this event last year at NCAA's.
Showed a lot of control there on that takeoff. A little bit forward on the board as she left, but she put it together very well, got down into the water nice and clean.
7.5.
going to carry 7.5 on that score, 58.5, high of 8, low of 7.
Tori Lamp's going to be doing back 1.5 somersaults pike, finished 18th at the 2012 NCAAs. She was named SEC Diver of the Year this year.
Tori's just got such pretty lines, very powerful. She rode the board well. Beautiful dive all around. Came out strong, put it straight up and down at the end. She needs 63 points to take the lead. She's going to get a couple 3/8, a couple 7.5s, and 7:52.9. She'll be pretty happy with that.
Sam Pickens, she finished 4th in last year's NCAA, doing a forward 2.5 somersaults pike. She was the leader after round 1.
Got herself in a little bit of trouble there on that.
A little crooked.
Got a little bit crooked, a little off to the side of the board, but she showed how she can work it and get it up and down. She's going to get pretty much straight 8s on that.
Still the leader.
Still the leader with a 62.4, which is the best score she's received on that dive. Once again, she's shown how to get to the end from any spot. Divers out there.
3rd round, Marin Taylor. Forward 2.5 somersaults pike. She's from University of Texas. That was pretty high there, Kevin.
Did go up pretty high. She's a little bit forward when she took off the board,
Yep.
so it left it kind of a little short of vertical. She's going to get 6.5 for most of the judges, a couple 7.5s and a 7 for 52 points. These girls are all jumping very high today.
They are. Jody be doing a reverse 1.5 somersaults with 1.5 twists. Higher degree of difficulty dive. Jody's having a great meet.
Yes, she is. I really like how patient she is on the diving board. She just stays with the hurdle, comes down in control, and just lets the dive do itself pretty much. She's going to come across the high of 8, low of 7. She's going to keep 7.5 on that dive for 57.2 points.
Michaela, this is her first time qualifying for NCAAs. She's going to be doing back 1.5 somersaults pike.
Currently in 5th place before that dive. That was a great jump. Nice execution. The entry got a little heavy on her after the end. She's going to come away with 7s across the board on that with 48.3.
7.5, 7, 6.5. Becca, 203B, 230.
Becca was finished 3rd at the 2013 SEC on 1 meter, doing back 1.5 somersaults pike.
Beautiful save there at the end of that dive. It's going a little bit long. She did a great job bringing her knees in. Beautiful execution at the top to get into that pike. She's getting rewarded with straight 8s across on that, 55.2.
Next, Ira Figge from University of Missouri, coming back strong after an injury last year, which kept her out most of the season. She's doing a back 1.5 somersault pike.
Again, a very well executed dive. These girls are not leaving any room for anyone to walk through a door. There's hardly a crack there.
Probably one of the strongest divers we got in this contest.
She got 2 8s on that. Kept 7.5s across, 51.75.
Maggie Kiefer finished 5th in this event last year, doing a back 1.5 somersault pike.
Best score ever on this dive is a 58.65. She needs 54.05 to move into first place for now. She's currently in 2nd coming into this round. And that dive.
That was great.
That was amazing. Really
That might
good
do
execution.
it. That might be her highest scoring dive. Yep.
There we go. We've got 3 9s, 3 8.5s, and an 8. 59.8.
blows away by 5 points. Here's Tori doing a reverse 1 1/2 somersaults pike. Tori had an injury-prone freshman and sophomore year and has come back really strong in the last 2 years.
He's got long body lines, very nice looking entries on these dives. Even when they go a little bit long like that one did, she still is able to sneak it in. She's going to get 6 1/2 across the board on this dive for 46.8.
6 1/2, 6 1/2, 6 1/2.
Samantha Pickens trying to keep her lead in round 3 with a back 1 1/2 somersaults pike.
She averages 43 points on this dive. She needs 53.5 to stay in the lead. I believe she'll get that. A little bit short on the entry, but a beautiful jump and connection. I like the control she shows in the air. 51.7, so that's not quite enough to bump her back into the lead. Got just over a point separating first and second place going into the fourth round.
Really tight with a top 5, actually. Okay, we got Marin. Reverse 1 1/2 somersaults pike. Finished first in this event at the 2013 Big 12 Championships a couple weeks ago.
Another diver got a great jump off the board. She's a little hipped out. Able to control it and get it up and down at the end. She's going to go straight 7s across the board on that, 50.4 points.
7. Jody, 51-32.
Jody, full twisting 1 1/2 for her 4th dive.
Jody was 3rd place starting this round. Executed that fairly well, just left it slightly short on the end. She's still going to come up with 7 1/2 across the board from the judges with a high of 8, low of 7 for 49.5 points.
Michaela Butler, reverse 1 1/2 somersault pike for her 4th dive. That was one of the highest reverse 1 1/2 pikes I've seen today.
Well, she rode the board very well. She needed to put a good dive together. She needed 60 points to move into first. She comes up with 61.2, giving her the lead at this point in the contest. A couple of 9s there on the board for that dive.
Becca's going to be doing reverse 1 1/2 somersaults pike. Same dive.
I just really like how she attacks the board, gets the dive to go up in the air. She's missing the entries just a little bit today, but she's doing a fantastic job. She's going to come away with keeping 6 1/2 and 7s for 49.2 points on that dive.
Figgy Figueroa is doing back 1 1/2 somersault, 1 1/2 twist. Fell back a little bit on that, Kev.
Dropped her heels just a little bit as she started to do the sink, but she's got such power. She let that dive get up in the air, twisting beautifully. Squared it out, lined it up. She's got a couple 8s, a couple 7 1/2. She's going to keep 55 points on that dive. It's going to be enough to move her into 3rd place at the moment.
Okay, Maggie's going to be doing reverse 1 1/2 somersault pike. Let's see if she can get as high as the other girls that were doing this earlier.
To maintain her lead, she's going to need to keep at least 45 points, and I believe that she's going to do well.
I think she did.
An amazing jump, beautiful lines, got the dive up and down really well. Very well executed dive. 60 points on that dive, almost the best she's ever done. That's a great dive for this contest.
Tori's doing 1 1/2 somersault pike. This ought to be great.
She did a really, really good job with that dive. As you noticed in her press, she kind of lost her core a little bit, but she recovered, drove that dive way up in the air. She's going to keep 7.5s and 8s, 56.4 points on the dive.
Last diver of this round, Sam Pickens. Reverse 101.5 somersault pike.
She needs 61.75 points to move into the lead here.
I think the dive I've been most impressed with all these guys is reverse 1.5 pike.
Yeah, they're all really riding the board well.
Look at that.
Dive just jumped straight up into the air. Somersault.
One of the best dives of the meet.
Really like the way that they're attacking the board, attacking the dive. She's got
Scores prove it too.
3 8.5, 63.6 points on that dive. It's going to give her enough.
That'll put her back in the lead. Okay, we're in round 5. Marin Taylor, full twisting 1.5. Marin representing the Longhorns.
Dive stood up very nice, got
Yep.
it done up over the top. Beautiful skin-on-skin pike position coming out. A little bit out, she's going to go 7.5 crossed on that, high of 8, low of 7 for 49.5 points.
This is what they call a moving round, right, Kevin?
That's right.
Jody, ever 1.5 somersault pike.
Jody got just a little bit off balance as she took off, moved the dive out a little bit more than she probably wanted to, but she still did a great job getting that in the water. Shows how strong these divers are. She still comes away with 8s on that dive, 57.6 points.
Becca's going to be doing a reverse 1.5 twist. Pretty high D there at 2.6. Does it well, she's gonna get paid for it. I was wrong. It was reverse 2.5. This sheet must be wrong.
I think we have a different sheet than what we did
I
before.
think we did. I think they changed
She
them.
did this dive in the prelims and very consistent on a reverse 2.5 tuck from a female competitor is just impressive. She's the only one doing that. She gets 61.5 points out of that
She
dive.
tricked us on that. She gave us the wrong list. It was a great dive. Nice reverse 1.5.
Really well performed. Reverse 1.5. For all of you watching at home, that's how you wait on the board, stand it up, get it up over the top, square out, and find the bottom. Going to keep 8s in the 7.5. 59.8 points.
Figgy's going to be doing inner 1.5 somersaults pike. Round 5.
Figgy comes into this round in 5th. She needs 62.95 points on it to move into 1st. Her best is 61.2. Well executed dive.
Great dive.
Some patient on the diving board. Distance looked pretty good from this angle. Let's see how the judges think about that. Going to keep 8s crossed. She's got an 8.5 high, 7.5 low, 57.6 points on the dive.
Maggie's doing reverse 1.5 with a half twist. The degree of difficulty is 2.2. That is gorgeous.
Very well performed in the air. Went a little bit over at the
Yep.
end. She kind of ducked her head. I think she got a little overzealous there. Judges are going to award her with mostly 7s, a couple 6.5s, with 45.1 on that dive.
Tori's round 5. Dive is back 1.5 twists. Tori's probably the tallest diver in this competition.
Yeah, I believe she is, and it does put her a little disadvantage of getting herself moving quite as well. But she does a great job, and when it works out for you, you got great lines.
That's right.
And she shows there she can get that dive in the water nice and clean. She's probably got some of the best entries of the whole competition.
Yep.
She's going to be awarded 7s across the board on that, 52.5.
She's a lot of fun to watch on tower when she rips. Sam's going to be doing full twisting 1.5 for a fifth dive.
Coming into this round leading. Beautiful takeoff. Really like that entry. I suspect that's going to keep her up there on the top of the leaderboard.
She just smoked that. That was great.
She makes the dive look just simple. She's going to get a couple of 8s, mostly 7.5s, 49.5 points on the dive. That'll keep her
still in the lead by 5 points. Crunch time, final round. Marion Taylor.
She has the potential to put a good dive together here. She's been
double twisting 1.5.
Points. Like the jump,
Great.
she got a little awkward in the twist there.
Yep.
Still got the dive to go in very clean. 57.2 points, 7.5s and 7s across the board there.
And Jody, University of Tennessee, final dive. Forward 2.5 somersaults pike. Everybody has a pretty high degree of difficulty dive this round.
I really like the way she rode the board, stood that up. It somersaulted on the way up. That's how we want to see that dive happen.
And that's the key.
She's going to get a couple of 8s, mostly 7.5, so 58.5 points on that dive. That'll be enough to put her in first at the moment. With
Michaela Butler,
left to go.
UMass, back 1.5 somersault, 1.5 twist. I was following that reverse 2.5. She did. Diving really well today.
She jumps that dive up pretty well. She's a little bit back on her heels when she started. Kept her head in check, and it allowed her to get the dive around and put it up and down in the water. And see what the judges think about that. She's currently in second. She needs 53 points to move into the lead, and she's going to fall just short at 51.25.
Becca St. Germain, 52-30.
Becca's going to be doing back 1.5 somersault, 1.5 twist for her final dive. Representing Texas A&M, the Aggies.
Got that dive to stand up and ride the board pretty well. She's piked down a little lower to the water than what we've seen from some of the other divers, but overall that was a pretty well executed dive. She's going to come away with 7.5s across the board there. 1.7, 56.25.
Figgy Figueroa doing a reverse 1.5 twist. 2.6 high degree of difficulty for her final dive. Representing the Missouri Tigers. We've got a pretty good spread of conferences in this final.
Once again, she gets a little bit
off the side
of the board. She does a really good job of correcting for it, waiting on the diving board, doesn't get impatient, allows it to get up and down. She's a little over twisted off to the side. She's going to range from 5.5 to 7.5. She's going to carry 50.7 points in the next round, or at the end of this round.
Maggie Keever trying to score big on this one. Double twisting 1.5, 2.6.
She's going to need 54.75 to put her into the lead, but I think she's going to need more than that to stay there. Dive appeared to get away from her just a little bit as she got up over the top of the dive. Still got nice control of the body line, got her up and down in the water. It's not going to be quite enough to move her into the first place, but she comes away with mostly 7.5, 57.2 points.
Down to the final two divers, Tori Lamp, reverse 1.5 somersault, 1.5 twist, 2.6. Another big DD dive.
She did a really good job with that dive. The taller you are, the harder that dive is to make, and she just makes it look like it's easy. Good entries. Scores aren't as high as what she might have hoped for. She's going to get 6.5, but she keeps a couple 7s, 50.7 points.
And that moves her into fifth for the moment. Final diver. What's she need, Kevin? Amber 1.5 somersault pike at 2.4.
She's going to need 50.95 points on this dive to clinch the 1 meter championship. Very capable. Her average is 50.69. And I'm pretty sure that just
Let's take a look at the leaderboard.
It's a beautiful in the 1.5 pike, straight up and down.
She does it. There's your champion. There's your 1 meter 2013 NCAA champion,
Beautiful dive.
Sam Pickens.
61.2 points. It's going to give her a total of 348.45. Kind of walked away there at the last couple dives. And
She did.
There's been a battle right there in first and second place almost through the entire event. Sam wanted it.
You know what? This was a great. The prelims were great. The consoles were great. The finals were great. And guess what? We get to see these guys tomorrow night on 3 meter.
2012 NCAA 1 meter springboard champion, 5-time All-American, 4-time Pac-12 Women's Diver of the Year. Co-presenting is Omar Ojeda, coach at Arizona. In 8th place, Rebecca St. Germain from Texas A&M University, with a final score at 306.85. In 7th place, Marin Taylor from the University of Texas, final score 308.95. And in 6th place, Victoria Lamp from the University of Tennessee, the final score at 312.1. In 5th place, Lauren Figueroa from the University of Missouri, final score 327.55. In 4th place, Michaela Butler from the University of Massachusetts, final score 333.45. And your bronze medalists, Jody McGroarty from the University of Tennessee, the final score at 335.75. And your silver medalists, Margaret Kiefer from the University of Minnesota, final score 338.2. And your 2013 NCAA Division I Women's 1 meter champion from Arizona, Samantha Pickens, the final score at 348.45.